stadium. Believe no people, man. Big up Mr. Win, big up Paul Patmore, my MP. See there? See the people. I know it's a funny Gaza boss I did it, you know where you go.
No. Big up Addy one done.
Big up, you see it there? But hey, I want him to tell the PNP woman them nice, you fuck. Eh? I some nice PNP woman, I said, Jesus, Father God, take them time to make the woman there. You see when Father God make a liberate woman them, in me case with them. We not too like them. But watch out, you see PNP woman in take a little time and make them. Jesus Christ, man. I know say liberate girl them can't cook neither. Them can't cook a blood clot. Remember, the liberate woman them can't cook. And they you can't cuss me all you want, you can't bumbo clot cook. The liberate woman. Tell me which liberate woman you can't cook in Jamaica. Show me one of them.
They cook part of my big fire.
Eh? How the fuck you cook rice and peas you put in the rice before the peas? Eh? You put in the rice and then you put in the peas half hour after. Bumbo clot. How would I wait for now? How would I wait for now? How would I wait for now? How would I wait for now?
Ready.
How would I wait for? Ready, you know, we're pot there. We're big man pot there. We're ready, you know, man. We're ready, you know, we're ready. We're ready. PNP on the move. Go away one nice good spot, you know. We're ready, you know. We're not ready. I want to wait for. I want to wait for. We don't want to park far, you know, man. God, you stay them can't hold vehicle today. Who now wait for? We're seeing the people them, who now wait for?
Again, don't go on straight at home.
Oh man, that man, who are we going in now?
That goes to the man, nobody makes one. That goes to the man, we catch up on the toilet. We catch up on the toilet. That goes to the man. I want me half an hour long. I want to load me half an hour long, baby. Yeah, man, respect. Yeah, man. All right, yeah. I will fat rat say, Mago. Yo! People, boy, I don't know, but I don't think so a stadium can hold people. Jesus Christ. How are Andrew there? Andrew gone with him.
Eh?
Andrew gone with him.
What, with Fat Rat? Okay, good then, cool then. Only. People, you know what I think of. Pen flat! All who say we could not man in your name. Baby, my soul ain't gonna back in no TikTok. My soul ain't gonna back.
Just comment with personal watch me from 1 St. Thomas live. 1 St. live. Just try to me on the page. And on the page. 1 Manchester, 1 Boroughs, 1 St. Anne, 1 Westmoreland, Kingston Waterhouse in here. Over there. People talk about the scream. Share it to many people. Taps and roses to people. 1 PNP. Taps and roses to people. Watch on the people. We're live and out. We're live and out, people. 1 PNP. 1 Manchester. 1 Manchester there, sir. 1 Manchester crew. Out and about. And we say family. 1 Clarendon. I don't care what I'm saying. 1 Seaview Garden. Time come. I'm from the north, so the time come and the time to get rid of them. Look there. Look there. Look at the colors, what the colors pretty. Look at the colors, them pretty. Time come. 1 St. Thomas in. 1 restaurant St. Thomas in. Share the light, people. Top of the screen. Taps and roses. They will sell you 3 and me. 1 Florida inside. PNP from birth. I will not change. I will not switch. So you hear me. 1 Seaview Kingston. People, watch the poster. Watch Patricia. Watch Comet Patricia. People watch Comet Patricia crackle in. Look there. 1 PNP. Now the lights on here. Look there. 1 East St. Andrew. East St. Andrew. Patricia. Patricia Duncan. Come people, come and scream, taps and roses. Taps and roses will come with them. lights on this. We're not hungry. We're happy. We're hungry. No, we're not hungry. We're happy. Look there. And them still coming. PNP to the world. Them still coming in. And one PNP country. One Patricia Duncan. Moderators. Where's the moderator like to me, the people? Ask me now. It's a working hour. Look these people. We say, once PNP out, Labour have to come out, come. I must support it. Labour them still a support it. They say the Labour them still a support it. All who can make it become an arena, today upon the live, just tune in. Just tune in, you know I miss a beat. You know I miss a view. People come support my friend style right there, so. One PNP family. Top of the screen, top some roses. People want to go 20K. The crowd's still pouring in. The crowd is still. Top some roses, people. Shut up the live. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a next friend, tell a friend, so we're there conference. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a next friend, tell a grandmother friend, tell a auntie, sister, cousin friend. Sister, cousin friend.
Them city success, them city shine, them city prosper, me not done press. Them child, them child, but
say you see me girl. Fuck real and a free women. Me a squeeze up your titty girl. Just fly like Philly bird. The fuck they come down. Back my money, back my money. 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 Hold me like you can. Never see me again. Hold me like you can. Never see me again.
So people, PNP's got to take it to them this year. PNP's got to win this year. PNP can't lose this year. Maroon government.
Not got me five jams. I found jams. Mr. Cole. Simmons.
Stop way, can we go up for Jamaica House come next year? We're up there. Yes. We're there Jamaica House next year, Dujan.
I wouldn't say which boss, I don't know how to code. Yeah, man, we're over there in life and living. We're not it. What we say? Holy power. What we say? Holy power. Turn boss.
smoke, we are coming backside. We're not in the boardroom. Are you the camera? Outside, but trust me.
No, outside.
Yeah. Yeah, me there for come out.
No, me big up my boss. Big up my boss. 4 shots in from Miller. Miss Miller. Big up my boss. 4 shots in from Miller. I'm not forget you. You is the boss. Ask my mother here. This is my mother. General election.
You! Me find we village! Me find we village, you! Me find we village! Me find we village, you! Little miss!
Yeah.
Right here, right here! Me find we village! Me find we village! Me find we village!
If I die today, I die as a happy man. If I die today, I die because the people not is not.
They must have a big out. You want me to turn on the camera?
Comrades, one and all.
Officers of the party, and to all the comrades, the workers, the warriors, the stalwarts, the heroes, and the heroines of the People's National Party, one love. Party leader, comrades, I must begin with an apology. As the comrade chairman told you, after cut and run, I am catching a plane which is leaving within the next hour, and I need to make certain I am on it for something that I have to do tomorrow. But I could not miss this conference for anything. Because all my experience of political life, there is nothing more inspiring, nothing that conveys so much hope and confidence to people, nothing that gives you a belief in the future, like a conference of the People's National Party. I couldn't miss this one because it's the last one that will be held before the general elections are due, and I know that it is special for that reason. I noticed some by-elections going on, but that is a sideshow. And in fact, it's not only a sideshow, it's a downright disrespect of the Jamaicans. Because it is a disrespect for the rights of representation of the people of South Trelawney who have been without a member of parliament. It is a disrespect for the people in Barangay who have been without the services of a council. And I believe time from now for legislative reform that would cause a by-election to be held within a specified time whenever there is a vacancy, and give that power to the Electoral Commission of Jamaica so people stop playing and monkeying around with the constitutional rights of the Jamaican people. I know that it doesn't be task to be led by the People's National Party in its next administration. And I know that you are not fiddling with by-election and not support the decision of the party not to involve themselves. You're waiting for the main event strength. Time come now for the people of Jamaica to change the path on which they are going. Time come now for a People's National Party administrator to give hope to the people of Jamaica. I have a simple message that I don't have long to give. I want you to remember not just that we are organizing to take power, but I want you to bear in mind the mission of the People's National Party and why we want power. We don't want power just to say we have power and we are gone out there. We want power because our party has always been committed to building a new Jamaica. As Michael Manley reminded us, we don't come to tinker around the social order. We have always been a party of fundamental change. It is our mission as the People's National Party, a mission bequeathed to us from Norman Washington Manley through Michael Manley, PJ, Portia to now, that we build a Jamaica to be a land of equality and a land of opportunity for all the people of Jamaica. And there are two things that are the foundations of the inequality that exists in our country. And it is up to this party to remedy those things. The first underpinning of inequality in this country is the inequalities to be found in the educational system. And time comes now that once and for all we get rid of educational apartheid in Jamaica. It doesn't matter whether you go to Campaign or you go to Churchtown High School. It shouldn't matter whether you go to Mannings or you go to Maud McLeod High School. It shouldn't matter whether you go to Titchfield or Naka Bay. Every Jamaican child should get the same high quality education, no matter what school you go to. And I know I want the party to keep that at the forefront of its mind as it advances and tackles the mission. And I know that the RAS have it in mind as it takes on the responsibility to set that path. And the second underpinning of the inequality in this country is the denial of economic opportunity to the people of Jamaica. I know Julian and the party leader have spoken about the need to define an economy and an economic model that is not dependent on low-wage employment for the people of Jamaica. We need to develop a capacity for innovation so that we can get high-paying jobs that allow people to get ahead and not have to migrate to use your scientific skills and your other skills of innovation. And though that this party must be committed, and I've heard it, to eliminating the disadvantages of the contract work system so that the workers can again get the benefits that have been won for them by the trade union movement. But I'll tell you most of all, I believe that we need to give our Jamaican people a chance to own their little piece of the rock. I believe in reparations. I believe in the reparations from overseas. But we hear our reparations to all those 700,000 people that we're calling squatters in the land of their birth. Time come now for the greatest land-tightening program in the history of the country. So that those who have been dominated and capitalists can get their share of the inheritance that has been won by their forefathers. And I believe that if we do the same thing, giving the land titles to our small farmers and embarking on a program for agricultural transformation, we will never overcome poverty if the majority of our agricultural workers, which are the majority of our workers, continue to use hoe and machete in the 21st century as their main tools of production. Time from now, modernize agriculture. When we become the government of the People's National Party, it will not be a time for us. As Martin Carter said years ago, the revolutionary time is coming. Poet. We don't seek to dream, but our dream is to change the world. And so, comrades, time comes. Time comes to put the PNP in charge again. Time comes to revive the hope again. Time comes to have a government of independence. Time comes for the people of Jamaica. People, time comes. One love, comrades. One
Jamaica, let's talk about innovation, because without it, our economy just cannot grow. We're a nation of such remarkable people, full of talent, creativity, and true potential. But for too long, we've allowed this potential to remain untapped. The time has come, Jamaica, for us to harness the power of science, technology, and entrepreneurship to take Jamaica to the next level. A future PNP government will set an ambitious goal of elevating 1 million Jamaicans to the middle class. Imagine a Jamaica where everyone can own their own homes, where you can send your children to school without worry. How? By fostering a business environment driven by science and technology. The next PNP government will establish a dedicated technology and innovation fund similar to the Tourism Enhancement Fund to boost business along these lines. From fintech solutions to agri-tech platforms connecting farmers and customers, we will build a billion-dollar industry right here in Jamaica. We will also invest in infrastructure, building dams for water storage, harvesting and redistribution using technological resources. We'll also provide avenues for cheaper electricity so that we can have better energy. A PNP government will make science and technology the foundation of Jamaica's modern developmental strategy. We will create innovation hubs across the country providing young Jamaicans with the opportunity to experiment with new technologies and turn their dreams into reality. Imagine a Jamaica where breakthroughs in renewable energy means cheaper energy for everyone. Innovation in agriculture help us to grow and export more food. This is the kind of innovative leadership that we will create to bring more jobs and to create more opportunities for you, the next generation. With the use of these innovations and technology, we will turn Jamaica into the Singapore of the West, a wealthy, innovative nation. But it takes leadership with vision and foresight to make this a reality. The next PNP government is that leadership that the country requires. Together, we will secure Jamaica's place on the global stage. Vote for growth. Vote for innovation. Vote for the People's National Party. It is your time. People, time come.
Comrades, time come to sound the trumpet. If it is a mountain, we have climbed it. If it is a river, we have crossed it. If it is a test, we have passed it. If it is a race, we have won it.
Oh, Mama P time! So it means your time for you get up and stand up. Last year I tell you, sir, Mama P is going to say victory for the parish council election. A general election time now. Time come now. Them go round with Queen. Them go name highway after somebody else. You know what we are going to do for her? Time come now for a new national hero, aka heroine. This is how we are going to tell Jamaica. Say, Portia Simpson Miller is the next heroine of Jamaica. Live it! Stand up!
Natural beauty.
Everyone love Portia!
No, I've never been someone shy until I see your eyes. Still I had to try.
I'll tell you!
Oh yes, let me get my words right and then approach you. When I treat you like a man is supposed to.
Sing it out!
You never have to cry.
Sing it out!
I know everyone can relate to when they find a special someone.
I don't care what nobody wants. My queen and my queen. You have a set of people that don't love woman like how we love woman, but it's alright. If it's one thing you know about Portia Simpson Miller, energy, love, her heart strong, and she love you, the people of Jamaica, and our comrades them. You know what we call her? What we say about her? I walk up and doctor. I walk up and doctor. Walk up and doctor. Hey, walk up and doctor. limit. We have 21 ladies running for member of parliament. I'm soon backstage right now. We have 21 ladies running for member of parliament. I'm soon right now. If it's one thing about PNP, we say about sooner right now. If it's one thing about PNP, we say about. We're respect for man. We love for man. We're all right to do man. We're the numbers. We're the numbers. Somebody asked him, Comet Calawas, and put it on strength to set something on the house.
Mama P. Thank you, Sister P. Thank you, Portia, Lucretia, Simpson Miller can come. I am because of you.
Thank you, Mama P. Everything where them a celebrate, a Porsche build it. We hear them a talk only about tourism like say them make tourism nice at Jamaica. Welcome, Senator Janice. Come teach them what Porsche do.
My comrades, when we talk of Portia Simpson Miller, the Minister of Tourism, we talk about the sustainable development and the tourism master plan, the foundation on which everything that we are boasting about today. When we talk about tourism and all of the hotels that have been built and the workers that have been employed, I say that is Sister P. When we talk about festivals that celebrate our culture and heritage, we talk about the Curry Festival, the Yam Festival, the Shrimp Festival. I say, be reminded, because that is Mama P. When we talk about a leader who believes that tourism can deliver true prosperity from the boardroom to the craft market, a leader who leads from the heart, we talk about Mama P. That, my comrades, is the Jamaica she fought for. That is the tourism legacy that we will continue to build upon with Mark Jefferson Golden and the People's National Party. I promise to build on her legacy in tourism in St. James Central. And I say, if you think you're bad, Mama P would say to Andrew, call it, because we shall win. We shall win. Let us hail the woman, Portia Lucretia Simpson Miller.
I love you. The next candidate. But you know a Portia is a strong black woman, though. You know a Portia is a strong Jamaican woman, though. I want to introduce our next warrior, Zulika.
Lucretia Simpson Miller is a warrior, and the way of the warrior is to beat the odds. Comrade Portia has beaten hardship. She has beaten adversities to rise from the girl from Woodhall to become the first Prime Minister, female Prime Minister of this country. The daughter of a single mother, I know a little bit about what it means to struggle from day to day, to try to find and make ends meet and still can't make it in this life. But Comrade Portia Simpson Miller has inspired me to be strong, to be fearless, to work hard, to be tough, to fight for the people of this country. And that is why a little girl like me could be standing as the PNP standard bearer in Roger Clark's old stomping ground of northeastern St. Elizabeth. Comrades, I say to you, Comrade Portia has taught us to afraid of no boy, no girl, no labor right. Power to the people.
I tell you, and if you ever have a question, which politician love you anymore? There's no question. Comrade Doreen, come tell me how Porsche love with a man.
Comrades! 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 Today, I want to highlight the compassionate and caring side of our comrade Portia Simpson Miller, comrade Mama P, a leader who has broken through the glass ceiling to become Jamaica's first female Prime Minister. Comrade Simpson Miller is someone who ever since I was a child, I used to imitate. I used to love to walk like her. I used to love to talk like her. I used to love when I talk, rock my body like her. And even when me in my constituency, comrades, me love to run up and down like her. So comrades, I have even practiced, comrades, to hug and kiss everybody in my constituency, just like her. But comrades, it's one thing I want to remind you that the previous speaker said, me, just like Comrade Simpson Miller, no afraid of no girl, no boy, nowhere. But comrades, if it's one thing I want to copy, if it's one thing I want to copy from Comrade Simpson Miller, is what she did in South St. Andrew. Nobody expected her when she went into South St. Andrew Southwest St. Andrew to defeat the candidate to become the Member of Parliament. And I can tell you, standing here with my back broad and my shoulders them wide, nobody now expect me to win Western Portland. But I go and tell you, come election day, this girl will deliver Western Portland and ensure that the People's National Party form the next government and Mark Jefferson Golden become the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. Western Portland, big up on yourself.
Trouble is here. Let me ask you a question. Let me hear them nice. How much you know want PNP win West Portland? PNP win West Portland. Send them home. When you press play upon the video, then please answer. No man, you have to stay, man. What are you talking about? At this time. All right. Well,
has been lighted. The dawn is at hand. Oh, my comrades, see the signal. Waving in the sky. Reinforcement. Now appearing. Victory. 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 Victory is nigh. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Jamaica.
Our time now, comrades. Stand to your feet. Meet and greet the Porsche I don't want data and run me off of the stage, so I take too long. I love your comrades. The next time you see me on stage, we will be in government, and that man, Mark Golding, will be a prime minister. I love you.
Jamaica, the time has come for a change. Our healthcare system is in a crisis, and the people are suffering. Long waiting times, lack of emergency services, and a system that fails those who need it most. This is not how it should be. As of 2024, Jamaica's healthcare infrastructure includes 23 hospitals and over 200 health centers. Yet, for too many Jamaicans, accessing healthcare is a struggle. Maternal deaths, cancer rates, and chronic disease rates are at an all-time high, while emergency care remains out of reach for many. Healthcare is not just about statistics. It's about dignity. Every Jamaican deserves access to quality care, regardless of their financial situation. But right now, too many of us are being left behind. It's time to return dignity to the people. The People's National Party knows that people time come. Under our leadership, we will rebuild Jamaica's healthcare system from the ground up. No more waiting days for treatment. No more broken equipment. No more being forced to go private just to survive. We will act swiftly to fix operating rooms, increase the number of ambulances, and train more healthcare professionals. We'll make sure that every hospital has the equipment it needs and that every Jamaican has access to emergency care when they need it most. This isn't just about healthcare. It's about restoring dignity to the Jamaican people. Our solutions will be immediate: fixing operating rooms, improving emergency services, and expanding the National Health Fund to cover screenings for cancer and chronic diseases. But we're also thinking long term. Over the next 5 years, we will centralize training, create a national trauma system, and ensure that every parish hospital is equipped with the diagnostic tools needed for proper care. We will implement universal health insurance so that 90% of Jamaicans are covered, because no one should be denied care based on their ability to pay. The time has come to stop the neglect. Under the People's National Party, we will bring back healthcare to the people. We will rebuild trust, restore dignity, and ensure that every Jamaican has access to quality care. People time come.
Turn up the thing, turn up the thing, turn up the thing, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. If you want things, you really get high.
It's okay. Comrades, warriors, stalwarts of the People's National Party, let me hear you. Comrades, I hear a certain gentleman that came on this stage said that history class upon Wednesday, but when I look outside the national arena and when I look in here, I am proud to say that the People's National Party has rewrote history and history class upon Sunday. Comrades, I am proud to present an extraordinary team of candidates, a force of talent, vision, and passion that Jamaica has never seen before. This is not just a collection of individuals. They are a movement as they embody hope, resilience, and an unshakable belief that Jamaica's best days are ahead of us. This is the group that Mark Jefferson Golding has handpicked, his gift to the Jamaican people. And they are ready to let go of the past and deliver on the promises of a better future for every single Jamaican. Comrades, the healers of the nations, these are the champions of public health, medical doctors and professionals dedicated to restoring the dignity of our healthcare system. Comrades from North Trelawney, Dr. Wickham McNeil. From Southeast St. Catherine, Dr. Alfred Dawes. From Southwest St. Catherine, Dr. Kurt Wall. From East Rural St. Andrew, Patrick Peterkin. North Central Clarendon, Dr. R.J. Dixon. And Eastern Westmoreland, our General Secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell. Comrades, the educators. Our educators are the ones shaping the minds and molding the next generation. They understand the value of education as the cornerstone of a progressive society. And from Southeast St. Anne, Dr. Kenneth Russell. From Northwest St. Elizabeth, Patricia Forrest Scarlett. From Southwest St. Elizabeth, Miranda Wellington. From Northwest St. James, Alan Bernard. From East Central St. James, Rochelle Reed Knott. From South Central St. Catherine, Kurt Matthews. From Southwest St. Andrew, our party chairman, Dr. Angela Brown Burke. And from Central St. Catherine, Ramoni Lewis. And comrades, the entrepreneurs. So as we know, entrepreneurs are the lifeblood of economic transformation. These dynamic individuals will create jobs, stimulate growth, and empower local businesses. And from Southwest St. Anne, we have Keith Walford. From South Trelawney, Paul Patmore. From Central St. Mary, Omar Newell. From West Rural St. Andrew, Joan Gordon Webley. From Southeast St. Elizabeth, we have Norman Scott. From Western Westmoreland, Ian Hales. From West Portland, we have Doreen Campbell. From West St. Thomas, we have Hubert Williams. From West St. Mary, we have Omar Woodbine. West Central St. Andrew, we have Paul Buchanan. Northeast Manchester, we have Valentin Wins. And from Central Westmoreland, none other than Dwayne Vaz. From South St. Catherine, Fitz Jackson. From Northwest Manchester, we have Mikhail Phillips. And from Northwest St. Catherine, we have Damian Crawford. And comrades from East Central St. Andrew, Region 3 Chairman, we have Dennis Gordon. Comrades, and what we've all been waiting for as we spoke about the economy, we have the financial experts, business leaders, and HR professionals. These leaders in finance, business, and HR will bring us help to build a more resilient and inclusive economy. And so I want you to put your hands together for Northwest St. Andrew, Ethne Miller Simpson. For North Clarendon, we have Wavell Hines. From North Central St. Catherine, we have the Nita one, Natalie Nita Garvey. From Eastern Hanover, we have Andrea Perkis. From Eastern St. Andrew, we have Patricia Sutherland. From Southeast St. Andrew, we have Julian Robinson. From Central Kingston, Lawrence Rowe. From Central Manchester, Donovan Mitchell. And finally, from Southern Manchester, we have Peter Bunting. Make some noise, comrades. Comrades, the communication and media experts, and community development advocates, These individuals are skilled in communication, media, and advocacy. They are dedicated to using their platforms and voices to elevate the people. So from Northeast St. Catherine, we have Andreen Higgins. From Southeast Clarendon, we have Sian Barneswell. From Northwest Clarendon, we have Richard Azan. From West Central St. Catherine, we have Loxley Francis. From Central Clarendon, we have Carla Watt. From West Kingston, we have Joseph Bonnie Witter. And from Northeast St. Anne, we have the lion himself, Dr. Ryan Simpson. And from Northwest St. Anne, our young Senator Gabriel Morris. And from Central St. James, we have Janice Allen, Senator. And from Southern St. James, Nikisha Burchell. And from East Central St. Catherine, we have Raymond Price. Comrades, make some noise.
Step up and wave your flag. Come step up and wave your rag. Step up PNP, we don't come to play. Step up to work for a better day. Step up, come out to vote. Make sure you're on the winning boat. Step up, vote PNP. Progress to Jamaica, progress to we.
Okay. Comrades, we have the defenders of justice. These are the defenders of justice, integrity and fairness. As lawyers and advocates, they stand firm in their commitment to protect the rights of every Jamaican. And so, comrades, I want you to put your hands together for the man from East Kingston and Port Royal, Philip Paulwell. Northeast St. Andrew, Stacey Knight. North Central St. Andrew, Christopher Henry. Western St. Andrew, George Anthony Hilton. From Southwest Clarendon, Lothian Cousins. Western Hanover, Heather Miller Bennett. And Northeast St. Elizabeth, Zulika Jess. And comrades, just before I round out this segment, I want all the Mark Golding comrades to stand up and wave your flag. Comrades, wave for victory. Comrades, wave for the People's National Party.
My father, Banya. My father, Banya. My grandmother, Banya.
And rounding out this grouping is none other than our party leader and the next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Golding. Comrades, let me see you wear the flags.
That's why I not live. No, I not live. He gave my message to all the people who no love progress, who no love progress. He said to do them with land lease. He said to do them with land lease. Let me do them with the pioneer board. Do them with the pioneer
we're talking about here. Solid achievements. Open your eyes and you will see how we have improved tremendously. Don't stop the progress. We're talking about here. Solid achievements.
Comrades, we are having a wonderful time. But this is the section we call Time Come. Because we are going to bring to you a set of speakers who can talk truth. So anybody who don't like hear truth, sorry for you today. Coming to us right now is Comrade Julian Robinson, spokesperson for finance.
Could have come from firehouse or you come from the wild. One blood.
Comrade Chairman, Comrade Party Leader, officers, candidates, members of parliaments, the comrades inside the arena, the thousands of comrades from Negril Point to Marat Point, PNP River come down, bank to bank. Comrades, our mission is to transform this economy. And when we form the next government, our first priority will be growth. And not just any growth, but a deliberate, inclusive, and sustainable expansion that reaches every corner of Jamaica. Growth that transforms our economy by moving beyond low-wage jobs to high-value industries, fostering innovation and driving value-added exports. This means creating better-paying jobs, improving infrastructure, and empowering local businesses to compete on the global stage. Our focus is on growth that doesn't just inflate numbers, but improves and lifts the lives of the majority of Jamaicans, to move families out of poverty, to create opportunities for all Jamaicans, regardless of their background. This is how we build a resilient economy, one that benefits the many and not the few, and addresses the urgent challenges while we prepare for the opportunities of tomorrow. We must begin by changing how we view growth. Too often, we have leaned on low-skill, low-wage jobs, especially those in the BPO industry. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with those jobs. They have created employment for thousands of Jamaicans. But those jobs cannot be the foundation of a strong, resilient, and growing economy. So, comrades, to truly advance, we must pursue a future where value-added exports play a larger role. This includes promoting industries that capitalize on creativity or intellectual capital and our natural resources. Jamaica can lead the region in producing innovative products in fields like agro-processing, manufacturing, and digital services. We must leverage and fully exploit our geographic location and develop logistics-centered industries. We must actively work towards being known for excellence in products that are made in Jamaica and that can command premium prices on the national stage. However, this vision requires more than just private sector initiative. It requires a strong, coordinated effort from the state. The government has a critical role to play in this transformation. A PNP government will create policies that foster innovation, research, and development. It means investing in infrastructure, ensuring that our entrepreneurs have access to capital, and developing a business environment that nurtures rather than stifles their innovation. But none of this will be sustainable unless we address one of the most critical issues facing our country today, which is the alarming state of foundational literacy and numeracy among our young people. If we fail to address this, no matter how many STEM schools we build, no matter how many training programs that the Heart Trust implements, it will be built on sand. Our educational reform must go deeper. We cannot start with advanced learning when too many of our children cannot read and write at the levels that they are at. There must be a comprehensive national effort so that every child leaves primary school with a strong grasp of literacy and numeracy. Investing in primary education, early childhood development, is where we make the greatest impact on our future. We must retrain our teachers, revamp our curricula, and we must ensure that classrooms are equipped with the resources necessary to deliver world-class education. And the kind of society, the kind of economy that we are committed to building, we cannot build it on the cost of energy in Jamaica. So we are committed to reducing that by ensuring that we add renewable energy to the grid in a timely fashion. And we don't wait 8 years like this government to put out a request for a proposal. We are committed to dealing with the vexed issue of electricity theft. And we will start on day one by negotiating the JPS license so that we have an energy sector that can foster growth and development. Comrades, we need a coordinated national export strategy. We have to bring together JAMPRO, SRC, and the DBJ to work together to target those value-added industries that can provide the foundation for export-led growth. A PNP government will be the facilitator of this unification, providing the policy framework, the legislative support to create a business environment that fosters innovation and growth. By creating this relationship, we will unlock Jamaica's full potential to be a value-added export country. We will move away from our dependency on low-wage, low-skilled jobs by creating higher value-added products. Comrades, the time has come. The time has come for an economy which works for all Jamaicans and not just a few. The time has come where we say no to trickle-down economics, but where every Jamaican can participate. And comrades, we know the pressure with the cost of living crisis. We are committed to looking at GCT on our basic food items, to reviewing it and ensuring that we can ease the burden for the majority of Jamaicans. We're going to make sure, it has taken this government 8 years to look at the PATH program. We're going to invest in PATH so that the most critical persons who need PATH can get it so that they can enjoy a standard of living. Comrades, are you ready for Comrade Mark Golding as your Prime Minister? Are you ready for an economy that will work for all Jamaicans? Time come, comrades. One heart, one love.
You seek only vanity and no love for humanity shall fade away, fade away. You checks for only wealth and not for his physical health shall fade away, fade away.
Comrades! Oh, no, look good. I have a question. Do you see anything to smile about? Do you see anything to smile about? We live in a Jamaica where families can't find food to eat. We live in a Jamaica where mackerel coming like lobster and crab and shrimp. We can't afford it. We live in a Jamaica where fathers are dying from the bullets, but they're also dying from shame. Shame so they can't find the lunch money to give the kids to go to school. Do you see anything to smile about? It's a serious question. Every day our families are priced out of the economy. When you go to the market and you try to buy one sweet pepper or a tomato, then say $1,000 for one. Basic necessities. We have to decide as women if we go pay the school fee or if we go buy food for the children to eat. What could I go so? But I'm a woman from South St. James. I'm a country woman. And over in South St. James we are farmers. And our farmers have been battered by Hurricane Beryl. And the government says they have a plan. They're gonna give money to us to rebuild our farms and fix our roofs. But I'll know, we don't see $1. Comrades, when you see a black woman stand up in this country and you see she have pushed through the market or she have pushed through the streets and her face makeup, she screw up her face, them say we don't demure, we not cutesy, we not mindful, but we not have nothing to smile about. But I have news for you, comrades. Mark Jefferson Golding and the People's National Party is gonna make you smile again. Smile is gonna make a comeback in Jamaica. The sun is gonna rise again on behalf of the 20 women who will be representing you in the next general election. You don't know, Mama P teach we. We know how to care for the family, and I see him so we go care for the country. God bless you, because I hear the sound of a rushing mighty trumpet. Burner, burner, burner. People, time come, time come, time come. Get ready, get ready. We're ready for you. Are you ready for us? God bless you. One love.
One day, I'm with a white man will come all the way from Norway. Feel it to them out when them get you overstand the real thing. Yeah, the day I told one day, I'm with a white man will come all the way from Norway. And he turned to me and said, how comes Jamaica?
Pleasant good afternoon. Pleasant good afternoon, everybody. The Honorable Mark Golding. The Honorable Mark Golding esteemed members of the People's National Party, distinguished guests, my fellow Maroons and the Jamaicans locally and through the diaspora, good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I begin this speech today with the words of renowned activist and philosopher and author Angela Davis, who said, I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept. The Maroons will no longer accept violation of our rights and disrespect. And therefore, we are here today. We journeyed far and we sojourn to deliver a message. They will say I am political, but what you expect me to do? The point is, we have been soliciting a government for 3.5 years, and today they have not responded to us. Today they have not attended one function, and Marky G has. Your future leader has, because he has vim, vigor, vitality. This man is a true man. This man is as real as it gets. So the Maroons came here today to deliver a powerful message. That for those who think they can undermine the rights of those who were here 287 years before, we have a sad, sad message to deliver in a few months' time. Because the people are tired. Poverty, crime, there's so much that the unity of the Maroons and the people of this beautiful island together can share to uplift our one another. The years that were sacrificed for the freedom we celebrate today has given us the open door to a republic, but it cannot be trampled upon in the way it is being proposed to be trampled upon. Which is why we are here to say time has come. I stand before you as chief of the Accompong Maroons, not as a political entity, but as a proud representative of Jamaica's First Nations. Our presence here at your 85th conference is both a statement and a gesture. A statement of unity and a gesture towards future mutual respect and peace with Accompong Maroons and all Maroons island-wide, from the windward to the leeward. Respect to Mark Golden and his administration, and when they assume state power, remember, you also have a home in Accompong, brother. Let us embrace unity, respect, and mutual understanding as we move for a brighter future for this beautiful land we love. Peace and love.
And the wicked came to eat up my flesh. They stumbled and fell. Can't stop, he not worry about it. I mean, the little one is gonna set me low. They ball about the house and now I'm on the mountain. They get me first girl when I was around 10. If you tell me about Comet, nobody tell me about them. He enjoy me life, party without them. Cause he not...
Hold on. Hold on. The conference nice. It look like after this thing's gonna change. Fall on now. Let the power fall on now. Oh, let the power of heaven fall on now. Yes! I'm going to stand on the protocols that have been observed because time is short. But I must pay respect to the leader of the People's National Party, Mark Jefferson Golden. And I have to big up my supporters
from Northwest St. Catherine, but I will never forget the efforts of those in East Portland and my people from East Rural St. Anne. But this speech might not make everybody happy, because as far as I'm concerned, Jamaica is still a Christian country. We know that because the anthem is a prayer, and the PNP is still a Christian party, because with steadfast assurance, God will look down. It means something to be a Christian country, because we should live by the principles of Christianity. And it means something to be a Christian party, because we should be guided by the principles of Christianity. And one such principle is that God is the Father. And the Bible said, who among us, if our children ask for bread, will give them stone? And if our children ask for fish, we'll give them serpent. Too many of our children are receiving stone and serpent from the Jamaica Labour Party. In PEP, 13,000 children this year did not achieve proficiency in mathematics. They asked for bread, they were given stone. 11,000 children did not achieve proficiency in English language. And then when it comes to CXC, it gets worse, because 18% of Jamaican children get 5 subjects, including maths and English. And then I hear that the Minister of Education is seeking a promotion. What can go so? She should be asked for her resignation. But I understand what is happening in the JLP, because they have no talent. The JLP remind me of an artist that got to studio with 10 words and want to make 30 songs. What can go so? We have found the stone heap, and we have found the serpent nest, and I guarantee that in 5 years after we take government, we will defeat Trinidad, we will defeat Barbados in CXC the same way we treat them in Carifta. I hear Peter Phillips say that education is on my mind. I know Kartel is here, but when it comes to education, I am the teacher. That must be mashed down is that of absenteeism. In the rural area, 37% absenteeism, and in the urban area, 18% absenteeism. The first thing we're going to do is make sure we have boarding facilities for at least 30% of our school population. And then we are going to give 1 meal per child in school. The JLP will quickly say, how can we afford it? let me tell you something about afford. They say they can't afford 1 meal per child in school, but they will afford 3 meals per adult in prison. What can go so? Let me tell you something about afford. They will say they can't afford to board a child in school for 5 years, but they're planning a big investment in prison to board you with gun for 15 and with murder for 30. What can go so? And then we are going to ensure we fight to keep our teachers. We are going to put a teacher retention plan that make it easier for a teacher to own a house, for a teacher to drive a car, for a teacher to be comfortable in the classroom and in the staff room. We will meet with the embassies and our friends from the embassies who wants our talent to help us to prepare an investment so that they can get and we can have and our children aren't left without teachers. But you see, after that investment, for a man like Mark Golden, who is trustworthy and honest. But if you're surrounded by 40 thieves, maybe you are Alibaba. When you go to vote, you're voting not only for your MP, but a man like Alfred Dawes that promotes health over wealth.
People's National Party will restore dignity to the people of this country. We not run nobody off a land, but we are going to ensure that there are opportunities for affordable housing through the National Health Trust, which we built to ensure that low-income housing is a reality for Jamaicans. Comrades, we hear that the government talks a lot about what they have done for young people. But I want each of you to look into yourself. Are you better off now than 8 years ago? Can you truly say that your lives have been uplifted? Well, the time has come. People time come. And the young people of Jamaica, I want you to rise up and say, we are going to do a new thing. We can't sit on the sidelines any longer and say, "Chop, I'm not doing business." It's not to be doing business because the country is going over precipice and we can't stand any longer. And so, comrades, I want to see each one put up on a voting finger. Everybody put up your voting finger. This election, whenever they stop praying for call it, it is a movement. It is us sending a signal that 8 years of bondage is over and we are moving to the promised land. And the People's National Party is going to take us over the mountaintop because Jamaica needs a change right now. And so, I want you to gather your friends and gather your family because the future of your children, the future of us on this stage, it depends on us doing the right thing right now. And so I ask every comrade within the hearing of my voice, are you ready? Blocking persons who need to leave right now. There's a Nissan 3947AF. If you are the owner of that vehicle or you know the owner of that vehicle, the driver of a black Honda Fit 8525KY, a brown Mercedes 3680KA, and the black Honda CRV 95830
current leader. And they ask, how long? Not long from now, we will refer to this gentleman as the most honorable Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Mark Golding. It is good to see the comrades out in their numbers today. And we are here today to register our complaint against what is going on in the society. We currently have a government in place that is a threat to the democratic process within this country. What we have is a gap order government. When they came with Petrojam and they gave contracts to their friends and we wanted to find out what is going on, they said non-disclosure, gap order, we couldn't hear nothing. When they gave NHC contract, next him and people build house and never send them back to NHC, and we want to know what is going on. Gap order, we cannot know what is going on. When they came and then say you have illicit 6 or 8 in a parliament and the PNP MP say, I don't need the labor rights who want talk can't talk because the Prime Minister said, gap order, don't hug your mouth. When they came and they gave millions to their friends in THA to rent building that we're not occupying, and we said, who owned the building? Gap order again. We are registering our discomfort with the administration that is in place.
What can go so?
And the Maroons, they rise up the blood. And I want to tell you, like the old Negro spiritual, we shall overcome. We see what is going on in this society, but we shall overcome. Only 18% passing 5 subjects with maths and English, but we shall overcome. Sick people asleep on bed and can't move, but we shall overcome. Food prices gone through the roof, but we shall overcome. Crime and violence out of control, but we shall overcome. We shall overcome because our mission is noble. We shall overcome because we have a set of leaders whose integrity is intact, who are here to serve and not to scrape. We shall overcome because we don't have MPs who are auditioned to work a foreign. First is what Kamina, then it was Nigel, then whoever it is that they want to run away from the government. Time come now for all of them to pack their bags and go. How could it be that the Prime Minister said if you don't love it, you must leave?
Yeah.
How could it be that the Deputy Mayor, who is now Mayor of Montego Bay, say you're a coward if you're gone a foreign? And at the same time, an orthopedic doctor, bone specialist in Jamaica, earns 12 million per year. The Minister of Finance earns 2 times, 24 per year. When they go to foreign, the Minister runs to a worker IMF to pay 431,000. The orthopedic surgeon could earn 800,000. But him decides to stay, Nigel decides to leave because he cares about himself and not for you, the people. We will give a new deal to the farmers of this country. We will ensure that you have access to land, arable land that you can must be complacent. Now is the time for us to fight for democracy in our country. Now is the time for us to fight and come to our matter out of many. We are one. We want you to come, whether you're fat or slim, black or brown, Rasta or Malay, no matter who you are, come on board with the People's National Party. Now is the time for us to make justice attainable and affordable. Now is the time for that youngster up in the cool hills of Darliston in Eastern Westmoreland to have the same opportunity as that child up in Cherry Garden. Now is the time to level the playing field and lift our people out of poverty.
Time come.
We have seen what the opinion polls are. We have seen your mood here today. We have seen you in your numbers. The PNP is in good standing, but I don't want you to get complacent. I don't want you to take your foot off of the gas because the work is not done yet. The work is not completed until we march up Duke Street with Mark Jefferson Morgan as the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Someone asked me, they say, Camdo, how you do it? Boy, they can cuss you, they can style you, they can do all kind of thing. How you do it? And I just rally back for the song where my grandmother used to sing. I said, press along, saints, press along in God's own way. Persecution we must bear, trial and crosses in our way. But the hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory. On a Sunday afternoon like this, I am told that we have some persons in this building who they are not for sale. I am told that we have some persons inside of this building who not sell out. I am told that we have some people inside of this building who will lift high the banner of the People's National Party. I am told that there are people here today who want change in Jamaica. And finally, you have two types of Christian Comrade Crawford, and you have two types of supporters. A Sunday today, we're going to preach something. You have the if supporters. They will support if who them want to run around. They will support if they get this. They will support if they get that. And then we have the second type of supporters who are like Brother Job. Even though they slay me, yet will I trust him. Do I have some even though supporters here today? Even though I don't get what I want, I am going to work, I'm going to fight for the people of the PNP and the people of Jamaica. The word is love.
This is my father, Mark Jefferson Golden. He grew up in a loving home by UA campus with my grandmother and the family called Mima and Frumpy. As you can see, he had a full head of hair back in the day. While that may no longer be the case, the roots of service planted in him by my grandparents have stayed with him for his entire life. In my 27 years on this earth, I've met nobody smarter than my father. He finished a 3-year law degree at Oxford University in 2 years, achieving first-class honors with laser focus and a true dedication to working hard. After university, his focus turned towards his family. I hope one day to look upon my future wife in the same way he's always looked at my mother. And after 34 years of marriage, I still haven't seen that look fade. My sisters and I are lucky to have their relationship as a foundation of our family. Believe it or not, but my father is an extremely talented musician, blessed with a great voice and even greater songwriting skills. He's never been a stranger to the microphone, performing in front of large crowds for much of his youth, long before the politics. Music's always been at the center of our family. And although dancing might not be our main strength, it's always on rhythm and it's always from the heart. Back to more serious matters, seeing my dad go out into the world and make his mark has been a fascinating inspiration to watch as I've grown up. He went from corporate lawyer to investment banker to entrepreneur to senator to minister of justice to member of parliament to the president of the PNP and now the opposition leader. The final chapter, the next prime minister of our great island. It's been quite a journey. I've had the privilege of watching from up close. While each of these roles has been more important and demanding than the previous, he's never once failed at being a present and attentive father to his kids and a husband to my mother. He's now even a grandfather to my young niece, who's blessed with a full head of hair like he once had. Even though he always puts Jamaica before himself, family will always be a priority, but that is our way. Dad, for everything we are and everything we will become, you are the reason. Thank you, and we love you.
You see what they have done to better than my good. Just all of my fans. I'm not afraid.
Comrades, come back.
Good afternoon.
Come back.
I am Natalie Nita Garvey. And I have been blessed to have been born in deep rural Jamaica, in the same community as our former leader, Portia Simpson Miller. I was blessed to have had grandparents who clearly understood the importance of nation building and community development and chose the PNP as a vehicle through which they gave service. I have been blessed to have served as a local government representative for 9 years and serving the people of North Central St. Catherine, the best constituency for the last 17 years. I have been blessed to have served now 4 party presidents. I have served P.J. Patterson, the infrastructure man. I have served with our beloved comrade leader, Portia Simpson Miller, the social engineer. I have served with Dr. Peter David Phillips, the Gleaner Man of the Year, who rescued our economy. And now I am serving with Mark Jefferson Golding, the leader of the PNP, who is richly deserved
Vice President. I have gone through many elections, and each has had a different meaning and level of importance for our country and our electorate. This election, comrades, that we will be facing within a few months is different from all others. It comes as the world is experiencing wars and rumors of wars. When the fabric of our society in many countries is being tested by new norms and ideals. When gains achieved over many years are at risk because of climate change. And where our people here in Jamaica are faced with challenges that could easily rob our families of hope and a sense of optimism that the future will be better than the past. It is at this time and at this wicket that Mark Jefferson Golding comes up to bat. He comes at a time when the country needs a leader that will invest in solutions and not distractions. He comes at a time when this country needs a leader that will focus on integration and not disintegration. When the people of Jamaica land we love needs a leader to design policies of inclusion and not exclusion. That is why, comrades, when we say time come, we mean time come for our people to answer the call for a Jamaica where all Jamaicans are participants and beneficiaries of development, not spectators and observers sitting on the fringes, seeing the haves get more and the poor get poorer. When we say time come, we mean time come for a leader whose only interest is the betterment of the people of Jamaica. When we say time come, we mean it's time for a Prime Minister that will bring respect and honor back to Jamaica House. When we say time come, time for Jamaica to turn the corner from the path of self-interest and corruption and re-enter the highway to inclusive growth and sustainable development. Comrades, the strength and measure of a good leader is not about who you can beat down and threaten because they criticize you. It is about who we can lift up and motivate and inspire. Our leader displays those strengths. Our leader displays those characteristics and values. Our leader portrays those ideals. His leadership and indeed his prime ministership will signal a new day for this land. A day where once again decency and integrity will be returned as a standard of service for a government. His prime ministership will be a beacon throughout the region and the world, and will let all know Jamaica is back in business. We are up and running. We are getting our people on board in a participatory democracy with the certainty that all will be a part. All of the team he leads will follow his footsteps. All of the team he leads will put people at the center of our policy. Comrades, when we say time come, I mean time come for Mark Jefferson Golding to address Conference 2024. And I say, looking out on the morning.
Go back a little, I'm like on you. I say if you can go back a little because I was on you.
Chairman. Conference, 86 years. For 86 years, we have been ending our political year and starting a brand new one by celebrating the anniversary of the beginning of this noble movement, the People's National Party. This year, PNP River, come down, back to back. What energy! What a spirit inside this place. Anywhere that the word is love, it can be felt. I feel it right here in the national arena today. I greet my wife, Sandra, and our children. Your love has been steadfast, true, and sustaining. Thank you for always being here with me. To the people of the mighty constituency of South St. Andrew, who have shown me the possibilities that come with making meaningful change in the lives of our people. Our guests from the diplomatic and consular corps.
None of we people, them not gonna do or gonna gamble, comrades.
Who have come to Jamaica for this conference. The officers, executive members, NEC members, regional committees, members of parliament and councillors, candidates, constituency committees and group members and their chairs, plus the managers, workers, warriors, foot soldiers, all members and supporters of the People's National Party. You are the ones who make this party function. I must mention the teams at PNP headquarters and the office of the leader of the opposition. Members of the media providing coverage for this joyous occasion. In particular, I want to provide a word of comfort to those ravished by Hurricane Beryl in July this year. In particular, the people of Clarendon, Southern Manchester, St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland. And I welcome those listening to us from your homes and in your communities, in Jamaica and all over the world. Comrades and friends, in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, it says, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. Well, I stand before you today and say, the time has come for change. Yes, comrades, the time to choose change. Things cannot continue the way they are, and the People's National Party will bring change. Comrades, the PNP has been at the center of positive change in this country from 1938, which was over 20 years before political independence from Britain. Over the years, our leaders implemented a vision that led Jamaica forward. It is undeniable that the People's National Party, through every stage of its transition to a modern nation state, we were the ones guiding the country forward. Founding father Norman Washington Manley led political change, including universal adult suffrage, political independence, and nationhood. His son, Michael Joshua Manley, led the transformational social change that empowered Jamaicans to stand firm and shout from the mountaintop, I might be a simple man, but simply a man am I. Equal pay for women was transformational social change. No bastard law was transformational social change. Minimum wage was transformational social change. And rights for workers was transformational social change. Percival James Patterson delivered a vast range of achievements for the Jamaican people. He led infrastructure change, reminding this country that the road to development is the development of roads. He was the chief visionary behind Jamaica's modern highway network, and he became Jamaica's most successful political leader. That is why Portia Lucretia Simpson Miller led the economic change that others are now claiming. And time come for Sister P to get the credit she deserves. Let us never forget her. The Jamaica Labour Party government ran from every test and drove the country into a deep crisis, but it was under Sister P that we turned the country around and put our economy firmly on track. While navigating the necessary sacrifices, Sister P always showed
as soon as this battery died, I'll join the line on another phone. It might not be as clear as this, but you'll be able to see.
Never look down on a person unless you're going to lift them up. Sister P, that was the heartbeat of your message. Dr. Peter David Phillips, he was the principal architect of our successful fiscal transformation. His hands were on the financial wheel when Jamaica worked our way from under the heavy yoke of unsustainable public debt, creating new vistas of opportunity to realize our full potential. We are where we are today as a nation because the team of Portia Simpson Miller and Peter David Phillips guided us through the most turbulent times. As a party to forever defend their great legacy. The works of our former leaders inspire us to deliver a better life for all Jamaicans, guided by our progressive principles of equality and justice, built on a firm foundation of utmost integrity.
He must inspire by example, and above all, he must have integrity. 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 Hey!
Our leaders have inspired us to move forward and to make new decisions for new times. We are now in a new phase of global change and uncertainty that more than ever must be navigated by strong, principled leadership. Together, we will continue this noble mission, with our next stop being Jamaica House. Jamaica is ready. We are ready. The People's National Party is more than ready. Today, as president of our party, humbly and respectfully, I make it clear to all Jamaicans and the world, we choose change. Our 21st century mandate is one of change for Jamaica, land we love. Together, we will deliver on that mandate. I want to say something about where I am coming from. As a teenager and as a young adult, I spent time on Jamaican streets and in the dance halls. I loved the rhythm and the energy of our culture. My worldview was inspired by the music and culture of Jamaica as much as by anything that I ever read in any book. Comrades, I met the love of my life on one of those moves. And on the first night we met, we ended up in a dance competition. And we won a dinner for two at a restaurant downtown. So you could say that we danced into each other's lives, and we've been rocking it together ever since for 40 years with 3 children and 1 beautiful granddaughter. I grew up in a home environment which believed in giving the most vulnerable people opportunities to build their lives. My father had the vision to build the country's leading center for the rehabilitation of persons with disabilities. And my parents dedicated their careers to empowering and uplifting that community. My father also founded the Hope Valley Experimental School with a mission for children from all walks of life, able-bodied and disabled, to learn together, to play together, and to grow together. Those who could not walk had the same opportunities as those who could walk. There was no place for discrimination where I grew up. I born and grow with the understanding that whatever your color, your class, your creed, people are people. That is what I know. As Sister P said, never look down on someone unless you are lifting them up. This speaks to engendering positive values and attitudes in a nation by making our most vulnerable our most valuable. A caring nation requires that we put people first. These experiences taught me, as the donkey would say, that the world no level and that the system has to change. It must change if there is going to be real change. So I have grown and lived the tenets of the People's National Party, and no doubt that is what led me here. And comrades and friends, I never took my eyes off justice. So joining the People's National Party was an easy fit for me. When Prime Minister Simpson Miller invited me to sit in the Senate when she was opposition leader, it was an exciting opportunity for me to evolve from a career in the law and business into pursuing justice for our people. Social justice, economic justice, distributive justice, restorative justice, environmental justice. That is what Mark Jefferson Golding stands for. So, my fellow Jamaicans, we must forge a society with equality, fairness, social justice, and dignity for our people at the forefront of our hearts and our minds as we transcend the discussions and the struggles and hardships of our history and our present. I believe that the greatest, fastest, and most sustainable development will come from investing in and empowering our people. Trickling down and tinkering with the status quo will never transform our society to a new and better paradigm. Time comes for us to recognize the rights of all Jamaicans. No child should be excluded from a school or adult from their workplace because they wear locks. And no government should ever fight in court to defend any rule that excludes Rasta child or Rasta people from wearing locks and coming to school. Time comes to complete the reimagining of our ganja industry, liberating our small farmers and bringing them into the center of our policy to make that industry work for all Jamaicans. Time comes to give our people access to the beaches and rivers of this country for their recreation so they can de-stress and enjoy the natural beauty of their island home. Time comes to eliminate any abusive labor practices like the device of contract work in the public and private sector when it denies our workers their basic employment benefits. Time comes to once again provide affordable housing for our people and to regularize land ownership for thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands who have lived without secure tenure for decades. Time comes for a livable wage that adjusts with inflation so that a basic quality of life is assured to all our workers and to do more for our long-suffering pensions as well. Time comes for a new deal for our teachers, our police officers, our nurses, our firemen, our correctional officers who serve the public and deserve to be treated with respect. We have work to do, comrades. I know these things are possible with the will and skills to achieve them. These are part of the mission of the next PNP government. The Prime Minister just needs to fly the gate. Call it Andrew, call it, and Iman will sound the trumpet. After 8 long years, the people have had enough. The captain and his ship are sinking and his sailors are bailing out. Jamaican governance has become more coarse, more crass, more corrupt, and more corrosive. Jamaicans have lost confidence in the future of our country and in its current leadership. They feel unsafe for their families and themselves. They feel economically deprived and insecure. They feel underappreciated and taken advantage of and hopeless. The government is failing the people. But help is on the way, my fellow Jamaicans. Better is possible and better must come. Time come and we choose change. Comrades and friends, last year Jamaica embarked upon a formal process of constitutional reform. The people were excluded from the design of the process, and the people did not trust it. The PNP is very clear on our positions on points of principle. Our representatives on the committee that they established did not sign the report of that committee because we did not agree and we do not agree with some of its recommendations. And I will share some of those issues with you now. First, the reformed constitution will establish the role of a president to replace the governor general. We have no problem with that. The president will play a critical role in appointments to sensitive positions of state. And that president must be perceived as independent of partisan politics. The president must enjoy the trust and confidence of the society as a whole. Therefore, if there is no consensus between the government and the opposition on who the person should be as president, the PNP does not support the appointment being made by a simple majority vote in Parliament. That effectively is what the majority of that committee have recommended. That would compromise the independence, trust, and confidence that the president must enjoy. And I say, no way, that is not in the interest of Jamaica. We also insist that an impeachment procedure should be included in the reformed constitution to hold delinquent politicians to account. The two parties were originally committed to this. I tabled a revised impeachment bill in Parliament in April 2021, over 3 years ago. But this government has chosen to ignore it for 1,237 days. Accountability is not a priority for them, as it is for the PNP. The JLP has flip-flopped and impeachment has been excluded from the report of that Constitutional Reform Committee. We support full decolonization now, not a piecemeal approach. No more foreign king as our head of state, and no more inaccessible final court on the other side of the world that decides our laws in the name of a foreign king. We want a final court that is accessible to our people so that they can get justice. And the Caribbean Court of Justice, the CACJ, is doing this for the people of Barbados, Guyana, Belize, Dominica, and St. Lucia, and those countries are doing well. Time come for the Jamaican people prevent me from saying some critical things about governance, even shutting down the sitting of Parliament. Well, I went on the street and I said what I had to say, and I will say it here again. The failure to disclose the identity of the so-called illicit 6 MPs who are under investigation by the Integrity Commission for illicit enrichment remains a festering sore, only made worse by the Prime Minister's gag order on cabinet ministers speaking publicly on these matters. But wait, comrades, I have to rewrite that part because it is no longer 6. It has gone to 8. So let me say it again. The failure to disclose the identity of the so-called illicit 8 MPs who are under investigation by the Integrity Commission remains a festering sore, only made worse by the Prime Minister's gag order on his cabinet ministers and MPs speaking publicly on these matters. Comrades, I had to hurry up and say that a second time, because before we reach and finish here today, maybe it will move from 8 to 12, the way how the number of labor rights illicits seems to multiply like gremlins. And comrades, now we have a second Integrity Commission report on the Prime Minister, sent to Parliament, but not yet tabled for the public to see, with little bits of it being selectively leaked to JLP allied media houses. We will put a stop to such shenanigans. We will change the law so that all Integrity Commission reports must be published on Parliament's website within a short time, perhaps 24 hours of being sent to Parliament, so all Jamaicans can read those reports. Comrades, it is time to change these things. Accountability and transparency matter, and that is change. When the PNP forms government, our job is to create an environment in which Jamaicans can thrive and achieve their versions of the Jamaican dream. Every Jamaican must feel well cared for and enabled by their government. We must invest and build an efficient and caring public service with short wait times, giving value for the taxes that you pay. We want a Jamaica where our people don't pay to migrate to foreign because you're so nice. People deserve much more than what is happening now. We want garbage moved from our gates. We want street lights that work. We want sewage in pipes underground and not running in the streets. We want clean piped water in all our homes. And we want roads that don't mash up our vehicles' front ends if you're lucky enough to have a vehicle. And we want public health facilities that treat people with dignity and provide good and affordable health care. And we need schools that give every child a strong basic education so they can go on to pursue whatever career they choose. And we want to feel safe in our homes and in our communities. While there is no magic wand to do everything at once, the PNP in government will prioritize the things that the people are crying out for every day. And we will ensure that public resources are not scraped away in corruption for friends and cronies, but are only used for the benefit of the people. My fellow Jamaicans, the PNP will apply a mix of change policies to put things right. We are ready to move forward on a new path. The PNP's talent pool is deep and wide, with the right mix of experience, skill, expertise, energy, and commitment to transform Jamaica. We are ready to take the bold steps necessary to make Jamaicans' lives better, and we have a plan. Jamaica has one of the highest murder rates in the world. And our first priority must be strengthening and enabling communities to feel safe and secure. The PNP's vision for citizen security is built on a foundation of community partnership and empowerment. We are committed to the optimal blend of effective law enforcement with community-driven solutions to create a safer Jamaica. Our strategy targets the root causes of crime and delivers results that reduce crime and violence sustainably. A balanced approach to crime and crime reduction is at the core of our strategy. Our approach recognizes that public safety is best achieved when enforcement and prevention are working in harmony. Under this government, that has not been happening. But we have a plan. They shut down Unite for Change, and they defunded the Peace Management Initiative, and crime and violence went through the roof. We will not neglect the need for community engagement. We will not outsource it to the private sector. We will partner with the private sector, with the churches, with civil society, and roll out a national program of effective, holistic, and sustainable community engagement. And we will not ignore the reality that our prison system needs an overhaul so it rehabilitates inmates rather than producing more hardened criminals. Our portfolio teams for citizen security, education, social transformation, culture, and sports have been taking a joined-up approach, working together. We will invest heavily to increase the number of social workers in our communities, tasked with addressing core social programs and problems like school absenteeism, teenage parenting, and student hunger. We will ensure that the needs of our most vulnerable citizens, children, elderly, and infirm Jamaicans are responded to by the state. And therapeutic counseling will be integrated into our intervention programs to combat the culture of violence and the trauma that it causes. We will provide at-risk youth with viable alternatives to criminal activity, investing in remedial education, job training, and youth development programs. The next PNP government will revisit and revamp the Social Development Commission. It was originated by the Right Excellent Norman Manley, and once again it will become a catalyst for sustainable community development. We envision community-based training programs in construction skills, coding, software development, dramatic performance, arts, music, design, filmmaking, sound engineering, and sports. This will engage more young people in productive tasks and give lawful alternative pathways for the youths to make a good living. This integrated approach will lay the foundation for sustainable peace and progress in our communities. We will also pass legislation to allow targeted detentions under court supervision for known producers of violence on whom there is credible intelligence. This will enable cases to be built and lead to successful prosecutions, so there is accountability and no more impunity in this land. Our proactive, interventionist social policy will also help to support our economic policy, and it is to that economic policy that I now turn. My fellow Jamaicans, we are at a crossroads in our nation's economic history. The country faces two distinct economic choices. Jamaica, under the current government, will continue down a path where only a few benefit, and most Jamaicans face hard times, frustration, and hopelessness.
Well, poor people fed up. To your system, shut up. Do you should run for whipping me balls? Poor people fed up. To your system, shut up. And every year they get to use them.
We remain committed to macroeconomic stability and prudent fiscal management. That's very important, comrades. Never forget that it was the last PNP administration that did the heavy lifting to enable Jamaica to reduce its debt to GDP ratio by half in just 10 years. It's the PNP who achieved that and started that ball rolling in the right direction. But while that is necessary, it is clearly not sufficient. Our national sacrifices and fiscal successes must deliver real improvement in the lives of our people. Everybody must benefit and no one should be left behind. That is the PNP philosophy. We will build out our vision of Jamaica becoming a global maritime and aviation logistics hub. It started under us, but it has stalled. Jamaica must capitalize on our unique geographical position, right at the trade lines that pass through the Panama Canal and at the heart of international trade routes. We will build out clusters of logistics-related activities to increase quality, well-paying jobs and expand the economy, driving further investment in logistics-related industries. Our aim is to transform Jamaica into a premier trade and logistics hub and the gateway to the Americas and a cornerstone of growth in regional and hemispheric trade. We need a more balanced and resilient economy in an era of growing food insecurity. So look out for the transformation of agriculture and the blue economy, our maritime economy, to drive rural development. We have to invest in farm roads, in cold storage facilities, in irrigation systems. We have to deepen the use of technology, marketing support, and expanded access to affordable loans for our farmers.
Farming over plastic, investment over graphic.
We will forge collaborative relationships with the large private sector players in poultry, agro-processing, milk and livestock production to improve and increase their already significant contribution to the economy. We will partner with CASE and other research institutions to develop productivity boosting projects and improve our planting stock our animal genetics, our farming systems, animal husbandry, and agronomy. We will boost our own research facilities at Bodles, Orange River, and Montpelier. Experts in each sector will provide the blueprint required for our farmers to grow those sectors so as to ensure food security for our nation. Comrades, another critical industry in the pursuit of inclusive, sustainable economic growth is the cultural creative sector. The state must get behind this sector to assist it to reach its enormous economic potential for the people of Jamaica. Our portfolio teams will work together to establish a single authority for the efficient granting of permits for entertainment events. We will establish 24-hour entertainment zones in suitable locations and develop balanced and clear guidelines under the Noise Abatement Act for nighttime entertainment in communities. Comrades, energy is fundamental to the economic development of our country. Remember this government's promises in 2016 about big power plants and big energy companies to lower light bills in Jamaica. Well, they are nowhere to be seen. This JLP government has failed to bring on board any new renewable capacity to the grid. And we are tired of those promises from the government year after year. We will get it done. We have done it before and we will do it again. The price of electricity is too high in Jamaica and the PNP will get it down.
So we decide to say, well, me not pay the bill. So we say, all right, me not pay the bill. So we decide to say, well, me not pay the bill.
We will invest in regularizing electricity supply in communities where throw-ups are the norm. And the state has to underwrite most of the cost of rewiring, inspection and certification and provide solar capacity pooled into community microgrids to reduce household electricity bills among newly regularized customers. Everyone must lawful. The current JPSCO license is coming to an end. So we have the opportunity, indeed the duty, to ensure a more responsive and forward-looking approach to customers' needs and the resilience of our country's transmission and distribution systems to be taken. Energy is critical to the economy. Change means enabling families to own land and afford proper housing. Land and housing are fundamental development priorities. In celebration of our first female Prime Minister, we will bring forth the Portia Initiative, the program for orderly renewal and transformation of infrastructure in all areas, the Portia Initiative. This program will drive policies that Sister P stood for, improving infrastructure in old housing schemes, tearing down zinc fences in communities and replacing them with proper concrete walls, completing the infrastructure and land titling for existing land tenure regularization schemes, they call it Operation Pride, and rolling out new ones to bring hope and decent living conditions in areas of social neglect. Our beloved Sister P will smile as the next PNP government improves sidewalks for persons with disabilities, provides housing assistance to needy citizens, and beautifies communities where our people live. The Portia Initiative is a must, and time come for that.
When you get the system you're from, but you was a young poor people and you know something now put again no sir.
The next PNP government will also make lands available to the National Housing Trust for qualified contributors so they can build their own homes. From day one, we are going to restore the core mandate of the National Housing Trust, which was the baby of Michael Joshua Manley. We will stop the extraction of capital from the National Housing Trust. It was an emergency measure. It was supposed to only last for 4 years, and it has now continued for over 12 years. And we will return to providing affordable houses for people who need to buy or build a home. We plan a comprehensive review of all laws relating to housing to find ways to make housing more affordable for all Jamaicans. These initiatives are all about balancing the books and the people's lives, something that Sister P always spoke about and believed in. Comrades, Jamaica must emerge from an economy characterized by low growth, low wages, low technology, low productivity. And to do that, we must choose change. And this area, investment in human development must be the key. It must be the key. And when it comes to education, the People's National Party's conviction remains the same. Education, education, education is at the top of our priority list. We are committed to building an education system that is inclusive, equitable, and excellent. Bold steps and real investment are needed to ensure that every child from the earliest years through to tertiary education has the opportunity to succeed. We have the plan and we are ready. Today, I reaffirm our party's commitment to excellence in education. Our approach to early childhood development will provide performance-based incentives for early childhood facilities to give them additional resources to improve standards. At the primary and secondary levels, we will implement a comprehensive program that is targeted and provides targeted support to each aspect of the curriculum. Expanding access to tertiary education is also a critical part of the mix. I have long advocated for the removal of guarantors for student loans, a policy that this government has eventually adopted, and it was a significant step forward. And we are in full support of that, because we put the interests of Jamaican people first. But as the party of ideas and implementation, we must take this further. We believe education must not be a burden of debt, but a bridge to a better future. We will make student loans more borrower-friendly. Graduates will only begin to repay their student loans once they are employed, and their monthly payments will be capped at an affordable percentage of their monthly income. And if there are times when they are between jobs or they're out of work, payments on their student loans will be deferred and tacked onto the back end of the loan period without penalties. This will remove the fear and reluctance among young people to borrow to invest in their education, and it will free up young professionals to build their careers.
Oh, yeah. Education is the key for betterment in this modern time, Education is the key for betterment, never you waste time.
Teachers are the backbone of the education system. And we must show that we truly value our teachers. And we must do whatever is necessary to persuade them to stay in our education system. A student loan forgiveness program will be provided to our teachers based on their years of service in the system. And what we have in mind is that 1 year of payments on their student loan will be forgiven for every year that they remain employed in the public education system. Making the necessary investments in vocational training is also critical for Jamaica to move up the value chain. This starts at the secondary level. Every secondary school must offer a cluster of vocational offerings and will be equipped with state-of-the-art vocational labs, providing hands-on training in critical skills during the day for the students, and will be open to adults in the evenings, promoting lifelong learning and skills development. We also need to incentivize businesses to invest in training, and we have a plan. We propose that HEART matches dollar for dollar the amount that businesses spend on training. This will incentivize and expand business training programs even beyond the current employees of the business. We see a dynamic partnership between the state and the private sector to transform national productivity, rapidly developing our capacity to absorb new investments that create well-paying, high-value-added jobs for our people. It cannot be denied that to have a strong and productive economy, we must have a healthy population. Every Jamaican has joined in the sacrifices that reduced our country's debt. Our people ought to be repaid with a health sector that treats every Jamaican with dignity, not burdened by long waiting times, sleeping on floors or chairs because there are no beds available to admit them when they are sick, and heavy charges for outsourced diagnostic tests that cost an arm and a leg because the equipment in the public sector health system is not being maintained. Millions of dollars are being spent on marketing a broken health system to make everything seem fine and dandy. Popularity is being prioritized over the health of our people. Under this government, the Cornwall Regional Hospital is still barely functioning. The last price tag we heard for its refurbishing was over $22 billion, when $2 billion was originally to be spent, and no one has been held accountable under this regime. It is scandalous, and it is putting additional pressure on the health system to try to cover up or cover for this major health facility being out of action for so long. We choose change, and here is what we will do. We know that prevention is much better than cure, less costly and faster. We will focus on primary care to detect and treat diabetes, high blood pressure and other chronic diseases, and screen for the early detection and treatment of cancer. The goal is to treat patients well before they get so sick that they need to be admitted into hospital. We will reform procurement and inventory management in the health sector to ensure value for money, and we will give healthcare workers the necessary tools to do their jobs properly. We will train teams of biomedical engineers to repair and maintain the broken equipment, the X-ray machines, ultrasound, CAT scan, ventilators, and keep them in working order so patients have access to them when they need it most. We will expand urgent care services to reduce overcrowding and long waiting times in emergency departments. Comrades, it is a disgraceful blot on this government's record that maternal and child death rates are higher today than they were in 1995. Jamaica is going backwards under this government. Mothers and babies are dying. What happened, Andrew? How come you don't hear the dead babies now?
I hear the spirit of a little baby crying. I hear the spirit of a little baby crying.
The PNP will prioritize the procurement of intensive care units, providing critical care for mothers, babies, and the general population. My fellow Jamaicans, comrades of the People's National Party and friends, I have provided you with an understanding of the direction that we must take Jamaica in order to move our country forward. Effective governance built on integrity and honest communication with the Jamaican people are principles that will guide a Mark Golding-led PNP government. We have the team, a team that is sharply focused on providing efficient and caring public service to make Jamaicans feel more hopeful, more empowered, and more facilitated. Our policy mix will engender positive values and attitudes, a greater sense of national purpose, and a caring liberty among all our people. I and I must live as one. We are on the pathway of change to build a society where every well-thinking Jamaican has the opportunity to improve their quality of life. That is our ambition, and I draw inspiration from our most transformational leader, Michael Joshua Manley, who told us if the moral purpose of this mission is to remain intact, it must be approached in humility and supported by prayer. Comrades, it is up to all of us now. Walk every hill and valley, every nook and cranny, every street and lane. Bring in the 90 and 9 and then go for the missing one. Listen to the people's voices and let them hear the trumpet sounding, the mighty refrain from Niggeril Point to Moran Point and back. Time come, and we choose change. Power to the people, comrades. Power to the people. Power to the people. One love, and God bless Jamaica, land we love.
Yeah, we say hello, Anjo. Good morning. No, say you never did Marty Mark. Wake up, we keep talking. Yeah, we say hello, bad man. How you doing today? How you doing today? Yo, Marky G, we no want no strange face round. We are just how we stay. Hey, tell them Mark no big friend. Marky G care about people. They know himself, him stereo. We no love lights, we no fight. We money your vehicle. Something bad mind, we no need your Mark no big friend.
Yo, Jamaica! PNP, we're ready! Marky G! They say you're hot this year. What them I gonna do for hold you? What do you think? We come to win this year. Not even Rancho can't hold you. They can't hold you. Mark going out this year. What them I gonna do for hold him? What do you think? They come to win this year. Not even Rancho can't hold him. They can't hold him. Mark going on the same on the same. But most of the win only for the right that this and get damage. Tell them we dress back. Because we could not the win. And this year they won't go crown. They make it not do it. Come as a long don't feel him. They win the same on this year. Where they gonna do? Jump the next one then. Jamaica time come. Marky G. You can't dance and wonder for the people there. So everybody does. Hold your fist. Wave your hand. Big us up. Walk around. This is the cartoon. Big us up. PNP. Big us up. PNP. Big us up. PNP. Big us up. Big us up. Big us up. Hold your fist. Wave your hand. Big us up. Walk around. Hold on, but all everybody come out and us gather around there. Alright? Everything was. Them are going in, check and walk down a Manchester. They never know so too much PNP. They don't get in there. Alright? Everything was.
Lovers child.
Turn it up.
Jamaica.
Vote power. Don't vote for Labour. They don't care about poor people. They make we suffer. Remember, say the wrong. They don't care for the poor. In a Jamaica power. We care. So we voting today and we voting forever. Jamaica. Vote power. Got it. Next one.
This is Crazy J, singing from out of Jamaica.
What the people ever know say Labour right now sing them?
The land of wood and water.
Where's the flag them so? Them ship are sinking up. Them ship are sink. Hey. The Labour rides a luxury liner. Jamaican people with the captain, them call him Brogan. For 2 terms, them full of greed. Nigel Black, that's the pin away. Labour rights are run away. Somebody call Brogan because it's really look bad. Labour right up ball when they start to fall. Hold me in when me hear us the call. Brogan, the ship is sinking.
Jamaica, time come.
Comrades, comrades, what we are going to, I'm going to ask you to be upstanding as you are, to sing Jamaica Arise, and then Crazy J, we want to hear a little bit more from you, yeah? After 3, 1, 2, 3.
The trumpet has sounded, my countrymen all, so awake from your slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the dawn is at hand. Who joins in the fight for his own native land? Land of my birth, I pledge to thee, loyal and faithful to It has been a very good conference. Let us hear it for the People's National Party. Before you go, I want perfect silence. As we go to various districts and our constituencies, I ask you for perfect silence.
And I want you to raise your right hand. And I want you to put it over your heart. Every comrade. And I want you to make this pledge with me this evening. I pledge that as we leave this conference and go to our various constituencies, I will work for my party. I will travel the hills and valleys to promote the interests of my party, so that next election, the People's National Party will be victorious. And Mark Jefferson Golding will be our next Prime Minister. This solemn pledge I make today, the 15th of September, 2024. So help me God. Go in peace. Peace of God. Peace of God cover these comrades. Cover.
32. All who know you now vote for labor right. Will. Tell them. Mark hold in the step. The whole team make a step. Not so wear glass with the Nike grip. Jamaica, wave the flag in the air. Wave the flag them. Why you not for do? No, vote for them. Why you not for do? No, make them win. Why you not for do? No, vote for them. Why you not for do? No, make them win. Cause if you vote labor right, you must stick in your head. All labor right, like a sip in your bed. All labor right, thing. Run with them. Taxi man, beg you don't vote for them. Yo. Give me next for them there. Just think. Jamaican people. Who don't know so the chop the beer. Right then.
Time come. PNP say power to the people. Time come. The time is now if you want a better Jamaica. Vote PNP.
More Poland's livable minimum wage. Time for Jamaican start elevate. Farmers get the support you need out there. Teacher deserve a leader that cares. Revamp the thing for the students, a fresh start initiative. Crime outrageous, cost a living. Jamaica, we need every voice we are sing. Who put people first? Action over words. Diligent, hard working. Make poverty reverse.
Time comes. PNP say power to the people. Time comes. The time is now if you want a better Jamaica. Vote PNP.
Time come Jamaica, you are the voice of change. Power to the people.